It's DTS 172. We got some great news from TwitchCon about seasons, what it is, when they happen, and what you can expect as a Destiny player. All that and more coming up.
You're listening to Destiny, the show.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to Destiny, the show, the Destiny News podcast to keep you, the Guardian, ahead of the curve in the world of Destiny. My name is BBKDRAGOON, and joined by always, I said that weird, is my co-host, Ditty. What's up, man?
Man, I am exhausted because this weekend has been just pedal to the metal, but I'm doing good. This last week was very busy with work, and I did not have a lot of time for games this week, to be honest.
Yeah, so lots of puppy classes this weekend too, right?
Yeah, so we had his week 2 of Puppy Manners today, and yesterday was a puppy socialization class because between the weeks of like 10 and 16 weeks old, or 12 and 16 weeks old, is prime time for socialization with other dogs to, introduce them to new and different things and make them not scared of other dogs. So we did that yesterday. He's got another one next week, and yeah, he's having a good time.
Very good, very good. Well, we got the PC release of Destiny 2 coming out this week, so welcome everybody who's new from the PC side listening. Today's show, we get to talk about seasons. At TwitchCon, Bungie was talking about what is happening with seasons in Destiny 2. And I have to say, Diddy, this is really the first bit of encouraging news I think we've had since the release of Destiny 2. I'm very excited about what seasons are bringing, and I have a lot of trust in the live team. And we'll talk about basically all the options and things that they're changing come, each season swap, when the season swaps are happening. And we'll also talk about what was in this week at Bungie, so the Prestige Raid World Firsts, and a couple of things in between. So why don't we hop into it? All right, Ditty, the Prestige Leviathan World First has happened, at least for the console side of things, and we had 3 teams that crossed the finish line first: Clan Redeem, Clan I Have a Life, and then Clans Hand of Faith, Pro Raider, Ad Control, Z-Force Nation. So I'm guessing that second squad just had a full mix of a bunch of clans in there, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What'd you think of the Prestige mode? Well, first of all, you called it on the doggos.
Yeah, I was thinking back to King's Fall and how they changed just something very strange, the geometry there, and I was like, well, how can they make the dog encounter any different or any more challenging? And I just thought, add some new dogs, and they actually did. So I should design the next raid, I think.
Oh yeah, it qualifies you completely for that, Ditty. So. Speaking of which, man, did you see the PC release trailers? They're looking so stinking good.
They are, yeah. All that captured footage straight from the PC.
You said that really weird too.
Because I'm so used to saying Xbox or PS4, so now it's just PC. PC on your computer, on Windows. Yes.
Blizzard 4K. Uncapped frame rate. Well, I'm excited.
21:9. Just kidding. Not everybody's going to get to do that.
You're going 21:9. You love your 21:9, man.
Ultra wide is so
to the
great.
PC release. It does look pretty sweet on your rig, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, and it doesn't sacrifice any vertical stuff like Overwatch does. So it's pretty nice. I like it.
Very good. Well, that is this Tuesday. Welcome to all the PC players. At This Week at Bungie's update, they did talk about a lot of PC known issues that they are aware of and are working towards fixing right now. We'll leave a link to the TWAB on our site, destinytheshow.com, if you want to check some of those out. And be aware, especially of those of you who are on university networks or corporate networks, depending on your NAT settings, you may have some issue connecting to certain players and activities. But that's sort of unanimous regardless of the game, isn't it, Ditty?
Yeah, pretty much. And if you're on a corporate network, go back to work and stop playing Destiny 2.
That's right. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just want to say one last thing. Again, welcome to PC Guardians. We do have a Destiny the Show PC clan. If you want to join that, that is over. You can go over on our website, destinytheshow.com/clan, and sign up.
I am really, really excited, dude, because the beta, it just felt like almost a completely different game. It definitely looked like a completely different game, pulling that FOV all the way out.
Yes.
Oh, and it's already a really gorgeous game on console. So some of these worlds like Titan, getting to see Titan, dude, is going to be just awesome.
The water, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Seasons at TwitchCon, the timing of this was super weird. 5:30 p.m., what was that, CST? No, not CST. It was West Coast time. On a Friday night. What were you doing, Ditty? Eating dinner?
I was watching the Twitch stream about Seasons.
Yeah, no, you weren't. Neither was I. So
We
learned about it the next day.
I was cooking dinner, yeah.
In the recap, Seasons in Destiny 2, they're going to be 4 times a year. So every 3 months, basically, every quarter is going to be a new season. And the big, summary of it all is a season is when they're going to make big shifts to the meta, when they're going to be doing large tuning changes, when they're going to be adding a new set of gear into the game for the faction rallies for Iron Banner, when they're going to be making quality of life changes, the big quality of life changes for things like Iron Banner and the other events that are going on. Of course, new Eververse items that are going to be put into the marketplace, including shaders, ships, sparrows, all the usual stuff. And this all happens managed by the live team. Did you want to talk to the players who are new to Destiny 2 about what the live team is?
So the live team at Bungie is a separate department that handles the existing and living game of Destiny. So we have the main developer studio, and then within that is the live team. They are the ones who push all of the updates, who handle all the future content that's going to be rolling out to our consoles and our computers moving forward. And they were present in the second half, I guess, of Destiny 1's life cycle, and they made some amazing quality of life improvements that made Destiny 1 really great towards the end.
Yeah, Age of Triumph being one of those really nice live events. I would say a lot of their live events weren't anything that was that substantial or anything that really
it's not
blew us away.
It's not going to be like a sequel. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just some nice improvements there.
But I do trust them a heck of a lot more than the A-Team. So to put it in perspective, let's say Bungie's A-Team's there. They built Destiny 2. Really high polish on the presentation, a great first 20 to 30 hours, and then that was kind of it. So when the A-Team is now handing the baton over to the live team saying, okay, it's your job to ensure that there's new reasons to keep players engaged, new pursuits, rituals, and challenges, fixing things like the Iron Banner loot system that people weren't that excited with. That's all in the live team's laps, and now I trust the live team more because I don't think they're under the gun or under the thumb of the CEOs, the corporate side of things, the management, whoever really put the emphasis on D2 to be more a casual experience, or at least the initial 20 to 30 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
Totally. So why don't we go into the specifics of that? Destiny 2 is going to have 4 seasons. Our first season is likely going to start near the beginning of December. And you'll notice, Ditty, that is right around the same time we're going to be getting the Curse of Osiris DLC, which is also slated for winter 2017. So I'm betting first week of December, we see Season 2 going live, and then the Osiris DLC happening the week after. You're going to see large sandbox tuning updates going live, so your first balancing patch, I would imagine hand cannons get a little bit of a buff, maybe pulse rifles see a little bit of a buff, and I imagine auto rifles see a tiny bit of a nerf, but I don't know. I have no idea what Wyzanewski and the balance team is cooking up in there. What else are we going to see, Diddy? We saw some images of the Dawning. We
did, yeah. So Season 2 in the winter, the Dawning is a seasonal event that the live team will be pushing out. So if you're new to Destiny, it's a seasonal event coming later this year. And it's going to be arriving shortly after the launch of Season 2. So I guess anticipate that right around the same time as the first DLC, the Curse of Osiris. Ice hockey is a new thing that it's going to be enabled, that you can just run around and hit the puck there. And you can have snowball fights. I think that's awesome. Snowball fight is it's a nice little touch, icing on the cake, if you will, and other little Easter eggs throughout the world of Destiny, especially in social spaces there.
Historically, too, the Dawning's brought with it SRL.
Historically, yeah. Yep, it did bring SRL, and if you're new to Destiny, that is another event. Sparrow Racing League. It's basically Mario Kart inside Destiny without all the awesomeness of the items.
add a mechanic or two, and it'll be perfect, Bungie. If you put items in it, oh man, that'll keep me engaged. Now, the actual events themselves have visual effects that don't just impact the social space this time around, they impact the entire world, which is pretty darn cool. So imagine if you go down to Earth, it's going to be snowing. So usually with these events, it would just change the drapery at the tower and some of the visuals at the social space. This time, it's going to be going on throughout the world, and within the season, these events are happening. Notice Season 2 isn't the dawning, right? It's not the dawning season. It happens within Season 2, which leads me to believe, Ditty, I still have hope that we're going to get a Festival of the Lost sometime in Season 1 here in the next few weeks.
Hasn't been confirmed, but I would not give up hope there. But again, with Dawning, these types of seasonal events, they do bring new armor sets, weapons, shaders, and possibly some new emotes for you to acquire.
Yep. So in a practical example of what these changes we're going to see when it comes to seasons are, Iron Banner. They heard our feedback on Iron Banner. Token economy is not always the best way for everything. So in Season 2, they're going to be making some changes where there's going to be performance-based ornaments, like if you win 10 Iron Banner matches, you may get this ornament that allows your weapon to look this way or a gear slot to look that way. They talked about performance-based ornaments also for like Trials of the Nine, maybe something for the raid. But, Ditty, you're going to be able to buy items in Iron Banner with either tokens or shards. So similar to the way it worked in Destiny 1, let's say there's a specific piece of gear you want, Saladin is selling it, and you've played 10 matches, you've saved your tokens, you can buy it with a combo of those tokens or shards. That's awesome. That's a really, I think, practical example of, hey, we heard you didn't like token-based only Iron Banner. We're going to be trying to improve it come Season 2, you know?
Yeah, and they're not getting rid of the tokens entirely. It's instead of putting the coins into the slot machine and spinning the wheel, it's using those tokens as, you know, currency like every other vendor, and you're acquiring that piece of gear. And I think that's really great. It gives you something you can see it in front of you. How do I get this piece of gear? Okay, I need 50 coins. I'm going to go get those 50 coins, and I'm going to go get that piece of gear.
Yep. There's another Iron Banner left in Season 1, as well as another faction rally. For Trials of the Nine, there's going to be new ornaments. They're not talking about or showing them off just yet, and they are going to update the weapons, both visually and with the perks. So we got to see a look at the same bodies of the same, you know, weapon styles, but new skins, and they look really cool. Kind of like this frost skin is on top of them, and this new zebra black pattern that's pretty sweet. For Season 2, Ditty, when it comes to faction rallies, there are going to be some changes to promote playing with the fire team versus just playing solo. Instead of, you know, going to solo farm is more efficient, they don't want to nerf that, but they want to buff playing in a fire team. They want to give you reasons to group up with your buddies and go for these faction rally incentives.
I think that's a really great thing that they're not nerfing the solo experience, because that, I mean, I play at really odd hours, so that really helps me, because now I can log in at, you know, 5:30 in the morning and just do my stuff before work. That's nice.
Yep. There's a new event that's happening before the end of Season 1 called the Clarion Call. It's double XP while playing activities with your fire team. Clan collaboration will be required. I'm really excited to hear about this, because it's going to happen right at the tail end of the season, and it's going to be your last chance to get some of the items that are in the Eververse store, and getting that double XP, man. Grind up those bright engrams and try and get what you haven't already received just yet. I don't know if it'll stack with the fire team medallion.
I was just about to say, yeah. I wonder if it stacks.
Dude, that's a smart idea, and it's something I think we've talked about before, even though Destiny 1 didn't really have any sort of currency we wanted double up. I like the XP system in Destiny 2. I like the fact that each week I can expect to get, you know, 2 or 3 bright engrams just while playing, you know.
I agree. Yeah, that's a nice improvement there, or addition, I should say.
Speaking of that, all the emotes and other rewards are going to be updated and changed from the bright engrams. So this will be like the end of Season 1 and all the new gears coming in. Did you see the new mic drop emote, Ditty?
I did.
I want it.
Yeah, I did. That was nice.
And the new ships, dude. The new ships look super duper cool. If they end up being the final versions that actually get put in, which they pretty much look as finalized as it's going to get. So, and the sparrows as well, dude, looked pretty crispy.
Yeah.
I want these.
I love the Season 1 exotic ship, because that's the model ship that I currently use, but I use the green uncommon. It's just plain white, and I haven't found a good shader that I really like with it, but I really like the design on this ship, so I'm going to go get it.
Some of the Season 2 ghosts also look very unique and different.
Yes, the new ghosts are awesome.
Exactly. Clan rewards. We're going to be getting a brand new set of clan rewards for Season 2. Congrats to DTS. Thank you guys as well for finishing off the raid on the PS4 side. I appreciate getting my clan engram this week, even though I did not contribute to taking Callus down on the prestige difficulty yet.
I think after this week, both Xbox and PlayStation 4 have reached max clan rank, so congrats DTS clans.
Well done,
PC, you guys can finally start. Get up there. Let's do it.
Hurry up. Catch up, guys. Coming with clan rewards in Season 2, you're going to be able to actually change the pole, the color of the flag pole of your banner, which is, I don't know, kind of cool, I guess. They also talked about wanting to make a change, and I'll quote here, clans have a max level so that smaller clans have a chance versus only larger, more active clans to dominate, keeps everything on a more fair level. I don't really understand what they mean by that. We've been lucky. We have a very sizable, large clan that's active, so...
I think what they mean by that is since both Xbox, what I was just saying, like they've reached level 6, they don't want to increase that level so that the smaller clans have a chance to reach that by the end of the season.
Okay, so they're just sort of making it maybe more attainable for the smaller size stuff?
Yeah, they don't want it to be an unreachable level that just because of their size.
Yep. So we now know for the first time ever a real consistent roadmap where we're going to be getting updates every 3 months. I'm not saying this is going to fix all the problems D2 has, Ditty, but I have to say this is encouraging to finally know, oh my gosh, we're getting a patch consistently every 3 months versus Thornpocalypse. I'll just throw that into the mix.
Yeah, that was, 8 months of one dominating weapon in the Crucible? That was rough.
February to, was it August? It was right before TTK, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. It was like a week before the middle of September. Oh, my goodness. That was awful.
It was long. It was a very long period of time with 2 tapping.
Yeah. And I agree with you. I really like the timing here. And if we want to do like an actual prediction here, it's going to be the last month of every quarter. That's going to be my prediction, right? So Destiny 2 launched in September, which is the last month of quarter 3. The winter event's probably going to be December, and that'll be Curse of Osiris. Last month of quarter 4. So we're going to see one in March, and then April, May, June will be the fourth and final season there. So that's just my prediction. We'll see what happens.
Live team, it's your chance, man. It's your chance to shine. In your goals, you highlighted in the stream new reasons to keep playing, new pursuits, rituals, challenges, and more. Deliver on it, man. I'm super excited and hopeful for you guys to bring back in quality of life changes, incentives, and reasons to keep players engaged on a weekly and monthly basis with this game. And in the background of this Ditty, we have the DLC, the first DLC going live this Christmas, and then coming this spring, the second DLC. And sounds like another Taken King style expansion next fall. If they do seasons right, it might really help keep players engaged during those in-between times, you know?
Yeah, and it gives them something to look forward to, right? They start the season, they do the DLC, they have an event. If they time it correctly, like you said, if there's something to do every single week, like next week will be, this is just hypothetical, next week is Iron Banner, and then I've got the Curse of Osiris coming out, and then I've got the Dawning the next week, and then I've got something else, and then something else. It keeps the ball rolling, right? And that's that player engagement that so many of us seem to not have the drive to continue to do. But now that we know that the live team is in the driver's seat, I really like that. I think it's going to be a nice stream of content moving forward.
Communication really is everything. I think if they had announced seasons and given us this roadmap 2-3 weeks ago when Endgame was blowing up, the controversy, the friend game stuff, I think you would have had the community not react as violently negatively as angrily as we did, purely because the playbook we have to go off of the last 3 years with Destiny is a lot of quiet, then hey, we're coming out with this event in a little bit, and then a lot of quiet and no announcements. As a player, if we know and we're reassured that you guys are working to improve things, you do have plans, and you share that with us, it is amazing how reassuring that is, And as a player, how much nicer it is for me, Ditty, because, like, let's look at the schedule for the PC. It's going to launch this week. Then the following week, Leviathan Raid and Trials comes back. Then the Prestige mode the next week, a Faction Rally the following week, Iron Banner, Season 2 starting, 6 weeks into the PC launch, and then probably the Curse of Osiris the following week after that. So when I can look at it and identify, all right, each week there's something I get to look forward to, even if I'm not going to grind Faction Rally super hard on the PC. I know where we're going, and I have an idea that I can wait. I can wait for that and look forward to this thing,
Yeah, when you can mark on your calendar, hey, Destiny has these days, okay, I'm going to jump in and do this kind of thing. Because, I mean, that's what you just listed there is 7 weeks. I mean, we are, in the 6th, 7th, 8th week of Destiny right now? Mm-hmm. Like, if you had that roadmap for those weeks, I mean, that would have been really nice. But now we have it. And when you lay it out like that, every single week there's something new to do. It makes you want to, actually meet those dates and actually do the content when it's live. I really like this, because then, I mean, you could say the expansion comes out that week 8, and then week 9, you got the Dawning, right? Yeah. Hypothetically, just like we said, it's something to look forward to every single week. That's awesome.
Communication's everything. I mean, the first Iron Banner was week and a half ago at this point, and basically in this stream we heard, and I'm assuming it's from the folks at the live team, hey, we heard your feedback. We're going to be changing the token economy up to try and make it better come Season 2.
Right.
That's great. You feel really reassured as a player when you get that kind of interaction. So again, my advice, live team, keep the communication flowing, keep this kind of information coming our way. We really do appreciate it. And let's push D2 in a right direction. Let's make it awesomer, awesome sauce. All right, that's all I got, Ditty.
I'm with you, man. I think everybody, not just Bungie, not just the players, not just the community, I think everybody was just waiting for PC to drop so that we can finally see this stream of content start to flow, because it just feels like it's been a bottleneck, or like it's like a really full water balloon that you don't want to lose all the water to. And then the PC launch, and now we get to release it, and it's like, yes, finally, I get to do it.
Finally, we get clued in. Awesome. Well, where can people find your content?
That'll be over at our Discord, discord.me/Destiny the Show. I'm always trolling around in the chat throughout the week. And of course, you can follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/Ditty, DTS, DITTY,
Excellent. DestinyTheShow.com for all the links from today and more. Follow us on Twitter at Destiny the Show. You can follow me on YouTube and Twitter at BBKDRAGOON. Thanks so much for listening, and have a good week. And PC players,
welcome.
Enjoy.